Firstly then, let's examine fear, right? Which is part of our consciousness, which is part of yourself. So it becomes very important how you observe that fear. Whether you observe it as an entity separate from fear, or you observe it as part of you. You are that fear, right? So how do you observe that fear? You understand my question? Some of you understand. Are you at all serious about all this? Does it mean anything to be free of fear? Not only certain forms of fear, to be completely and totally be free of psychological fears. Otherwise, we are slaves. Otherwise, we live in darkness. We get paralyzed. So it's very important, when we are talking about transformation of man, to understand and to be free of fear. Not only the psychological fears, but when we understand the psychological fears, then biological fears can be dealt with differently. The physical fears. So we are dealing first with psychological fears. Fear of losing a job, fear of losing, oh God knows what, dozen things. Fear of losing the person whom you think you love, fear of not being loved, fear of loneliness, fear of what, dozen things we are afraid of, from darkness to light to all the peculiar neurotic fears that one has. So many forms of it. Now, how does one be free of fear? You understand my question? Because it is absolutely important if you want to bring about a deep transformation of human mind, human consciousness, that one should be totally and completely be free of psychological fears. So what is fear? Fear of something, right? Is that fear merely a word? I see you don't, I must go at it differently. One is afraid of something. Has the word created the fear, or the fear exists separate from the word? Please, this is very important to capture this. We are used to the implications of words and the reaction to the word. Death is a terrible thing. What? So in the same way, does the word create the fear, or the fear exists independent of the word? What do you think? You understand my question? You don't understand my question. I'm afraid. It's a reaction. I'm afraid of losing my reputation. That's a good idea. Otherwise you won't all be here. I'm afraid of losing it. The fear is there. And that fear is caused by the idea that I might lose my reputation. So, I want to understand the whole problem of fear, not just one aspect of fear, but the whole structure and the nature of fear, the enormity of fear. Now, I say to myself, is the fear created by an idea that I might lose my reputation, and therefore I am afraid? And is that fear brought about by an idea? Is the idea merely a word? You're following this? So has the word reputation created the fear? And is there a fear without the word? Without the idea that I might lose my reputation? You understand? So, is there fear because of a series of words and ideas? Or fear exists apart from the series of words, ideas, implications? Does fear exist by itself? Or is it a structure of words and ideas and time?